Hey everybody, it's TacBishop here. I want to talk just a minute about physical fitness and truck driving. I don't want to be one of those guys, one of those videos where I've seen several of them, they're starting their quest to regain their shape and get back into shape and, something they want to do. And I don't want it to be that type of video, but what I want to talk about is the FMCSA. More and more are passing these guidelines and rules that aren't actually law. They're setting their own laws, like they're trying to get the sleep apnea law going. It was voted down in the Senate 100% that it had not had enough studies done to make sure that sleep apnea was a problem with truck drivers. But I don't know if you've seen the video. There's a man that was a truck driver. He was being treated for sleep apnea. He was on the sleep apnea mask, and he was denied a medical card because it was up to the discretion of his doctor. And she was so afraid of the FMCSA. Are those letters right? I don't know. You know what I'm talking about. Federal Motor Carrier Association. She was so afraid of their ruling that she denied him a card. And he's just so much out of a job. Even though he was being treated for his sleep apnea, he had the mask and everything. And I'm not willing to put myself in that situation. Right now, they're still doing studies on sleep apnea. And I've always been in shape my whole life until recently. I decided to switch over. I mean, you can look at these two pictures right here. This is a recap or a reenactment of a picture that I did 3 years ago. I moved into a home gym situation where I thought I would just stay at home and work out. And it slowly deteriorated to no workouts at all after being here in this gym for the past 15 years in a row. So I decided to come back and try to get into some kind of shape. I'm going to take the guesswork out of the hands of the doctors and FMS, Federal Motor Carriers. My blood pressure is starting to become elevated because of my weight gaining. I've gained about 50 pounds over the past 3 years, as you can see in the pictures before. And I'm just not willing to deal with this anymore. I'm going to get it under control before it gets out of hand. I mean, out of the first picture you saw, I weighed about 257 pounds. I had a 32-inch waistline. That year, I went and got my medical card for my driver DOT medical card. And the doctor said when he saw my chart at 257, truck driver, he said he knew he was walking into a mess. And then when he went in and saw the condition, checked my blood pressure, it was like 128 over 72. It was really good. He said, just keep doing what you're doing, even though my body mass index was still high. And he said everything was fine. So, well, then this past year, last November, I went and got a DOT physical. And like I said, I gained about 50 pounds. My blood pressure was up about 135 over, I think, almost 85, something like that. It was really getting elevated. So I'm hoping it's the weight and my lack of exercise that caused that. So I'm going to see, and I'm going to get back in here. I've been in here a couple of days now. I've been doing the treadmill. I've actually worked up where I can get an hour a day in on the treadmill. What I do the treadmill in the morning when I get up for an hour. Try to burn off at least 800 or 900 calories there before breakfast. Then I come here at night after work. I don't know if you can see the clock right now. I got off early. It's Friday night. I got off early. It's midnight right now. I just got through working out. And usually it's anywhere between 2 and 4 o'clock. So I got the gym totally to myself this time of the night. And a lot of people don't like this gym. I don't know if you want to look around real quick. It's jam-packed This is called the Iron Den Gym on Hall Road in Kinston, and it's strictly hardcore workouts. There's no women don't come here. It's all men pumping iron. There's no beauty contest. The guy does let you come in. You don't have to, like I'm dressed now, you don't have to. I don't like to dress out and go to a gym. I can come in here with my jeans on and stuff I work in, do the upper body. The only day I need to bring sweatpants is when I'm going to do legs and squats. So it's only one day a week that I've actually got to do what I call dressing out, as I used to do in school, which I hated. So anyway, this is it. I've been here for years, and I've quit in the past 2 or 3 years. Went to the home gym, and the home gym just does not work for me. So it's back to this, and like I said, I've got to take control of it. If I don't, I mean, really, this is a chance of losing my job. You know, I'm 56 years old, and if I lose that medical card, the company that I work for now, you're gone. You know, they don't know ifs, ands, or buts about it. You know, so they're not going to try to find a doctor that, you know, will let you slide or anything like that. It's their company doctor. So anyway, I know it's a long video, longer than I usually like to do, but I just feel like I needed to say all this stuff. I may edit some of it out, but that's it. I'm just going to do what I can do. I'm not going on these extreme diets or anything like that. I'm just going to do what I do. See how close I can get back into my blood pressure range again. And if this doesn't do the blood pressure in a couple of months, I'm going to go to the doctor and see if there's any. I'm my family doctor, and see if there's any need in getting on any kind of blood pressure medicine before it gets too out of hand and I get denied a card. And like I was saying about the sleep apnea thing, I don't know if y'all are familiar with this, but soon, if you have a neck size of 16 or 18, 16 to 17 inches, you're going to have a sleep study done to see if you need the CPAP machine or whatever you call that sleep apnea machine. And you know, I'm just not going to do that. I'm gonna get rid of this big fat neck before I have to have a whole lot of problems, because I'm in really good shape physically, health-wise, sickness-wise, and I've just got to do it. I just don't have any choice. Either that or start going on a lot of medications and taking a chance of getting put out of work. I don't want to do that. So anyway, TacBishop signing out. State troopers or the police and the emergency or fire department, whoever's on the way, I'd be pretty close to being the first person on the scene. And about every time somebody's bleeding, or one time I came up on an accident and I was there before the ambulance, and it was a motorcycle crash, and